Hello, everybody. Welcome into Talking Fitchburg on this Monday, March 28th, 2022. I'm Jeremy Crosby. Hope you had a wonderful day. Glad you're tuning in with us here for Monday's edition of TF. Whew, it's a cold weekend, huh? If you got outside and enjoyed some of the sunshine, at least, it was nice, but definitely a lot cooler weekend, which just it made it hard to be outside in some factors, but in others, it was just nice to see some sunshine after such a long week last week of cloudiness. So we're glad it's another week. It's a little bit warmer week. We talked about it in the update this morning that we've got somewhat warmer temperatures coming in. But still, closer to average. The average in the mid 40s this time of year. So hopefully we're on the trend going up here moving into April. And it is the beginning of the month. So we're starting things off right as far as the show goes. We're going to check in with our friends at the Better Business Bureau, talking about those home inspections. A lot of you might be moving, might be doing whatever. We want to make sure that when you get those inspections, you get the right person to do the job. We'll talk about that with Tiffany Schultz, BBB, coming up. Plus, we have Jill in from the Fitchburg Senior Center. We'll get an update on what's happening the month of April. Hard to believe we're already coming up to April. It's like we raced through March, even though March was long at times and other wet and snowy. And it was, I guess, it lived up to be what March is, right? As far as the time of season. Speaking of season, that's where we start our headlines. And a reminder, the Sunnyside Dog Park is still closed, and that's because it's muddy out there. It is just muddy. So to preserve the turf and to keep everyone safe and clean during the thaw, the city is temporarily closing the park as we get some grass established to hold the turf together. This started back on March 13th, and they'll be closed here still for a couple of weeks. And the rain is probably helping and not helping at the same time for the park. So please respect that and stay away until it's open. We'll let you know when that reopens, hopefully as things dry out here and gives way to some nicer spring temperatures and growth of said grass. Also, a reminder from the National Weather Service and our friends at Ready Wisconsin to stay safe and watch out for flooding. You think of flooding as these massive rain events, but that's not always the case. And here's what you can think about. There doesn't have to be a heavy downpour to cause flooding, as this recent stretch of wet weather proves. Here are some steps to follow to make sure that you and your family stay safe when the water rises. Yeah. Gather emergency supplies. Collect important documents, including ID cards, insurance cards, and medical records. Do not walk through high water. Check on friends, family, and neighbors that may be isolated or unaware of the situation. And for more tips, you can go to Department of Health Services.wisconsin.gov for other talks on this. Like I said, it's not so far. It was wet last week, but some areas that can flood easily, you got to be on the lookout for that. I know where I live, the water table, if it gets high, the groundwater can rise and make basements not so happy. Unless you wanted an indoor pool that you didn't know about. And sure, it's great. All right. Other news, in-person absentee voting hours for the spring election that is currently going on. Started last week, continues through this week. Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. On Friday, April 1st, they'll have an extra half hour from 7:30 a.m. to 5 o'clock p.m. to drop off your absentee ballots. For more information on absentee voting, the rules, all of that, it's on our website, fitchburgwi.gov. Reminder, Dropbox. You cannot use our Dropbox for dropping off your ballot because it's not in view of the clerks right in front of them, as the rules now state. You can't drop off your absentee ballot there. You have to hand it directly to a clerk. So you have to come in during the office hours, or you can drop it off on the day of the election at your polling location. And you can only drop off your ballot. You cannot drop off like your spouse's ballot or a friend. You got a roommate and you guys do the stuff and then bring in for, no, can't do that. So if you're going to return it by mail, you better do it ASAP to make sure it gets in. And if not, stop down at City Hall. And if you didn't sign up to do this ahead of time, as far as getting an absentee ballot in the mail, you still can get down and vote absentee in person at City Hall. All right, Adult Craft Night is going to consist of fridge magnets for the Fitchburg Public Library Adult Evening of Crafts. This is happening Wednesday night, March 30th. Enjoy socializing with your fellow grown-ups at the library during a fun and relaxing craft time. Bring your own craft project or create something with the supplies we provide. This month, you're making fridge magnets, which would be kind of interesting. I wonder if you can you bring your own photo or something, or I don't know. Maybe I should attend and I'll make Andrew one. Say Happy Mondays or something like that. All right, moving on. RSVP driver escort services and medical appointment rides from the Fitchburg Senior Center. The driver services program remains open. However, due to the very limited number of returning drivers, rides requests are being taken on a limited basis. Please note that we do not require notice of at least, we do. I want to say that right. We do require notice of at least 5 business days for a ride request in order to find an available driver. If you are brand new to the program, time will be needed to get you registered. So please allow for that as well. RSVP will be contacting both current and new passengers regarding updated vaccine policies. Proof of a COVID-19 vaccination is required. If you have any questions, you can call Susie down at the Fitchburg Senior Center, 608-270-4290, and she can get you signed up and get you the information you need. Or if you just want to learn more about the program, you can do so there. Finally, on the news, the Better Business Bureau has a scam alert for you, and it has to do with innocent wrong number text. You got one of those? Well, it could be a scam bot. I feel like we all get these things. Let's break it down for you. A new text message scam seems so innocent that it is tempting to reply. But con artists are using phony wrong number text to lure victims into a conversation, falling for a scam. How does the scam work? Well, you receive a text that reads something like this. Hey, is this John? It's Amanda. We chatted on Tinder before when I came to visit my cousin, but you never met. I'm back in town, and I want to meet up with you this time. Are you free? Well, that sounds legit, right? It's probably a scam. If you reply to the text like this, even with a polite, sorry, wrong number, the stranger responds anyway, ignoring your answer. Usually you'll receive a few compliments from some photos of Amanda. Oh, boy. Who appears to be, we'll just say, a what is it called? Scantily clad blonde woman. However, as the word gets out about the scam, scammers will change it up with the names, backstory, and photos. If you get anything like this, just don't even. If you continue to engage with a stranger who is really just a chatbot, it tries to trick you into registering for the dating or adult website. Your friend will encourage you to sign up for a specific website. It just gets bad from there. So what should you do? Let's just jump into that for ignoring it. Just ignore the text from strangers. Strangers on the internet can pretend to be anybody. Question is motives behind both the solicited and unsolicited messages. If you receive a text from somebody you don't know, simply don't reply. And you can delete it. I mean, they keep it deleted off your phone, right? You engage with the scammer even briefly, that marks your number, makes it easy for it to get texted again. You can block the number too. I do that as well. It appears to come from the scammer. Unsolicited texts that look like they come from a chat bot or that ask you to click on a suspicious link are probably not safe. We've seen that with the fire department and the t-shirt scam too. I mean, it goes on and on. So if you don't know who it is, you're not sure, just don't do it. There's more tips online. Better Business Bureau. They've got you covered, and you should report these things. That's big. Make sure you report these things. And if you think you've given away too much information, whatever, report it. There's also help on the Department of Ag Trade Consumers website too for reporting this stuff. So you want to do that as well. All right, that is it for our headlines. Coming up next, we open up our digest. We're talking with the Better Business Bureau, and we're talking about home inspections, making sure you have the right inspector. Next, right here on Talking Fitchburg.